You're listening to Mike and Tricia Mornings.
93.1 Kiss FM.
You know that last noise before it said, and now Mike and Tricia Mornings, the scream?
Yeah, when it goes,
that would be me this morning.
Oh, you're having an day?
It could not be any more Monday if it tried. I mean, honestly, dude. This morning, I'm on antibiotics because I've got an upper respiratory infection. And this morning...
I told you, didn't I?
Who
told you last week?
I know.
Who told you?
I even went on Saturday and got a shot.
Yeah.
So I've been on antibiotics for, 2 days. Okay, so Saturday and Sunday. My throat feels worse today than it did on Friday.
It usually does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually burns a bit.
No, I feel like I've swallowed a cactus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's just that prickly, horrible feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so...
Have you ever swallowed a cactus?
No, but I imagine this is what
you know?
This is...
I
imagine this is what it feels like.
Kinda
Knowing that cactuses have a lot of pricklies, that's what my throat feels like.
Ooh, it tastes like elephant butt. Well, how do you know? When's the last time you ate some elephant butt?
One of our coworkers said something similar to elephant butt, but it was a much cruder, much crasser way of putting that.
Sure.
And one of his friends on Facebook said, dude, how do you know what that tastes like?
See, I'm not the only one. So if you've never swallowed a cactus, Tricia,
I'm going to have to say...
Stop lying to the one listener we have up to
I know, right? I'm going to have to say, okay, I don't know what it feels like. I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would surmise.
Yeah.
I would theorize that this is what swallowing a cactus feels like.
Yeah.
And then I come into the studio, I'm all bebopping in. I already know what I'm going to do, this kind of... My computer is dead. I mean, dead. Yeah. I mean, doornailed.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh,
especially when everything depends on it. Your whole morning depends on that thing.
It absolutely does. Yeah. I mean, everything does. I mean, think about walking into your place of business this morning and going, oh my God, I cannot turn on my computer.
Yeah.
Like nothing is working.
Right. Well, it happened yesterday, didn't it, to a whole bunch of businesses at Sunland Park Mall when AT&T had some kind of a...
That's right.
Had some kind of an outage.
They did.
And so, according to the headline that I read, dozens of stores at Sunland Park Mall were affected by the outage. And I thought to myself, and so are tens of customers. Thank you.
I was going to say...
I will be here all week. I don't have a choice if I want to get paid.
That's right. But yeah, so hopefully our intrepid engineer is going to be here soon to fix my computer. And you just know it's going to be something stupid. But you and I both looked at it.
No, yeah.
So I don't know what it is.
Collectively, we have zero knowledge.
We have nothing.
So I don't know what good that does.
I know. Not that it matters that both of us looked at it.
We're like,
but
hey, is that the cord? That looks like the cord. Is it plugged in? Yeah, it's plugged in.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah, it would kind of be like somebody calling us and saying, the airplane won't turn on.
Right.
Can you guys come look at it?
Yeah.
Sure, we can come look at it.
And I'd be like, hey, does it have gas? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'm good. That's all I got. That's all I got, man.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I guess we'll get some exercise going back and forth to a computer that does work.
Dang it.
That does not happen to be here. Boy, it's going to be tough doing celebrity birthdays with you in another room.
I know.
All right, we'll give it the old college try, as they say. I imagine, since I've never been to college. 11
well,
till
I've
6.
been, but I can't tell you I tried all that hard, so.
Yeah, but, rolling by doesn't count,
right?
Tricia.
Hanging
you actually
out in
have
the
to
student
take
union.
classes.
You're listening to Mike and Tricia Mornings.
93.1 Kiss FM.
Our office was full of school supplies.
Yes, yeah.
Who went shopping?
I did. Yeah, so got a bunch of school supplies. We're getting ready to do all the distribution this week. And thank you so much to everybody who helped out, especially to Vista College.
Yeah, boy,
who came through with a $1,000 check.
Right there at the end, man.
I mean, man, sakes
8
alive.
o'clock hour on Friday morning.
That was huge.
Big old $1,000 check. And it was big. It was a big check.
It was a big check.
I mean, it was like, at least 10
room
feet
size,
wide?
yeah.
I mean, it was huge. It was huge. Honestly, I don't know how we're going to cash that.
I know.
Because we do drive-through.
We do. And so,
we're
we're going to have to fold it up
be
really
tough,
small
man.
if we can.
We already tried to put it in through the ATM machine, and
work.
it wouldn't take it. So I don't know how we're going to cash the check, but thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Vista College. You guys are really going to help out a lot of kids and a lot of teachers.
And also, thanks to all our supporters that helped us out online by donating online.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. The kids are going to appreciate that.
Oh,
the
yeah.
teachers are going to appreciate that.
Yeah.
Going to get a lot of school supplies with,
Yes.
I think we did exceed our goal by a few.
We did I think by $300.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
See, we're going to get a lot of school supplies.
Yeah.
There are going to be a lot of pencils. So I hope you did some back-to-school shopping this past weekend because you're not going to be able to find pencils after we get done.
I know.
We're all about basic essential school supplies.
Yeah, I love when I walk into either Walmart or Kmart or wherever it is that I go to get stuff.
Yeah.
And I tend to take like 2 carts with me.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just like, one cart's full of paper, one cart's full of pens and pencils. And then they always look at me and go, who are you buying for?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, and when I tell them it's the radio station, bar none, I've never had a store manager say, oh, well, good for you. They always say, oh, well, let us give you, the taxes off, or let us give you,
awesome.
30% off.
That's great.
And then I just go back and buy more stuff.
Oh, that is
So
cool.
yeah,
That
I
is
mean,
so
I get so
cool.
much help from Kmart and Walmart, it's not even funny. Those guys are great.
Yeah, you should have said my kids.
I know.
That's what you should say.
My kids.
I've been having children since I was 14.
Right?
At least 2 a year. Just to see their reaction.
At least.
Just to see the look on their face
It's
before you
true.
tell them the truth.
It's true.
Today's best mix.
You're listening to Mike and Tricia Mornings.
93.1 Kiss FM.
President Trump gave us more time last week.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff that went down last week. One of them was that whole North Korea missile thing.
Right.
Here it is in case you missed it. Time with Trump on Mike and Tricia Mornings.
Hi, folks. I, Donald Trump, want to clarify my earlier statements that I intend to bomb North Korea. I will not use nuclear weapons on North Korea unless the following things happen. 1, if somebody insults me. 2, just because I want to see what it's like to bomb somebody. 3, I get up in the morning and I'm like, hey, this is a great day for a mass extinction. 4, it's a day that ends in Y. And finally, 5, if my finger is already kind of close to the button and I say to myself, what the hell? I got nothing else to do. So don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Believe me.
See? It's all good, El Paso.
Wow.
Time with Trump.
Today's best mix.
You're listening to Mike and Tricia Mornings.
93.1 Kiss FM.
Trial of the century. Taylor Swift alleging some radio DJ in Denver, or I should really say a former radio DJ in Denver,
Yeah.
because, that's also part of the lawsuit.
Right.
Groped her, like her bare backside. And boy, what a twist on Friday.
Well, yeah, the judge threw out the case against Taylor on Friday because they said that she can't be held liable because the guy wasn't able to prove that she personally attempted to have him fired because he was suing Taylor personally. Now, he was also suing Taylor's mom and her team. They were also named in the suit, but the cases against them were not thrown out, just the one against Taylor, which pretty much bodes pretty well for these guys, too, because she would really have to say, hey, you guys need to get this guy fired.
No, not really, because they could have taken it upon themselves to do it.
True, but
Which is what the judge is saying by saying, hey, you know what? Taylor had nothing to do with this.
Right.
But we can keep going with these two.
Well, I think that he's heard enough evidence. I think that Taylor is pretty well known for being, like I'm the boss here.
Sure.
I would be really surprised if somebody, went behind her back and said, hey, we're going to get this guy fired for Taylor.
Right.
Even though she didn't know anything about it.
Well,
I'd be real surprised.
I think it could happen.
It could happen.
Like if you work for somebody and you're that close to them or whatever, that would so tick you off that you would make a phone call or two.
I agree. I doubt it though, because she just seems like the kind of person who's like, look, let's just let it go.
But I think he used the word in the lawsuit, something to the effect of torture us or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think what he's alleging is that, they went at him like a couple of pit bulls and they wouldn't let go until he got fired.
Right, exactly. So the judge is also going to rule on Taylor's countersuit for $1 or $1 million, depending on who you're reading.
Yeah.
She's accusing him of sexual assault and battery, and she says the amount is symbolic to use as an opportunity to stand up for other women. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be getting a final verdict sometime this week, but, we'll see.
That's if it's $1, then it's symbolic. But I also read it was $1 million, and that she was going to donate that to some kind of, charitable cause kind of thing.
Right.
So,
Although I gotta wonder, if he was working for a radio station at the time, if he was still working for a radio station, maybe their insurance would cover it. I don't know if it would or not.
I don't know how that works.
But how are you going to get $1 million out of a guy that's not working?
I try not to grope whenever we do meet and greets. I try not to.
Well, it's always a good rule of thumb.
Uh-huh. And the
not
last
to do
one
that.
we did was Justin Furstenfeld.
Yeah, we don't want to grope
and
Justin.
he was okay with it. So I don't know nothing about no insurance coverage is what I'm trying to tell you. Quarter to late now. The time is 7:45.
That's Hollywood Dirt.
Today's best mix.
You're listening to Mike and Tricia Mornings.
93.1 Kiss FM.
I'm gonna confess to something. I don't want you to get it all twisted. All right? I don't want you to twist it all up because I know you will, Tricia.
Oh.
I know you'll try to find a way to twist this.
Okay.
Every now and then, one of my weekly routines on the internet, and I'm telling you right up front because I am looking for material.
Okay.
I go on El Paso Craigslist.
Oh, sure. Because I'm looking for material.
I go on El Paso Craigslist.
Uh-huh.
And I like to poke around.
I'll bet.
I like to poke around
So do a lot of other people.
and see what's out there.
Because that's why they go on Craigslist.
And it ain't about no man looking for woman
Sure.
or man looking for another man.
Uh-huh.
None of that. Although every now and then I do like to read those.
They are fun.
But I do like to see what's out there and what people are selling.
Out there being
And-
the operative phrase.
And this morning, I decided that I was going to click on the wedding dress section.
Okay.
Because,
They have a wedding dress section?
yeah, and you can also search for stuff,
Oh, okay. Okay.
you know. And so, because
You know an awful lot about Craigslist.
I'm telling you, it's part of my routine, man. And so, just like I go to the city website every week,
Sure.
I go to Craigslist every
Hey,
week.
you don't need to explain to me, Big Daddy.
And
you got a
so-
wife.
That's where the splaining goes,
That's
huh?
right.
And so I was intrigued by, like, who sells wedding dresses?
I know, right?
You know, and amongst, like, stores that try to sell you stuff on Craigslist.
Yeah.
You know, because they're remodeling.
Right.
Or overstocked. Or whatever. Which, FYI, I don't think belongs on Craigslist.
I don't either.
At any rate, if you weed through some of that, you will find, like regular folk who are selling wedding dresses. And I don't know, I find it fascinating because you got to wonder, like, why did you sell the dress? Like, what was it that made you say, I'm putting this dress on sale? And I'm sure there's a lot of, well, I was cleaning out my closet and I don't
have
need
any
it,
daughters.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, right? So I might as well get something for it. But every now and then you will see one where, they may tell you why it is that they're selling it. Here's one where they are selling what she describes as 2 dresses in one. Unzips at the knee for short reception dress. And then she goes on to describe what it is. And then at the bottom she says, I ended up getting married in a courthouse and did not get a chance to wear it.
Oh.
And then there's another one I came across where the person wrote that it's never been worn except to be tried on once. So she tried it on, and then she bought it, and then she never wore it again. But it doesn't explain why she never wore it again. That kind of stuff intrigues me.
Well, sure. Did you go to Facebook?
What do you mean?
Did you? Oh, do these people have names on there?
No, a lot of times they don't.
Oh,
a lot
okay.
of times they will not have their own names. They'll just tell you how to get a hold of them, or you contact them through Craigslist.
Oh,
or
okay.
Whatever method, they choose to meet up with you. Maybe at the corner of Kansas and Wyoming or
Right.
whatever, I don't know. But I find, stuff like that intrigues me. So
Yeah.
Today's best mix.
You're listening to Mike and Tricia Mornings.
93.1